Okay, so I want to give a review on the MacBone PS1 edition mobile controller. It fits really nicely with my phone, and as you can see, it's still using the carrying casing, protector case on it. A lot of these controllers, they don't fit well like this. This one has a little extra option that allows you to pull these little tabs out and allowing you for snugger fits on different size phones, whereas mine is a believe Samsung Ultra 22 Plus, so it's a little bit longer than a normal phone, a little wider. I really like this phone. One of the reasons why I don't like mobile gaming is I don't like the digital pads at all. They just don't work for me. So I have this thing kind of charging because I was messing with it earlier. I did a recording of some gameplay, so I'll be showing it on the bottom part of the screen here as you watch this video on my thoughts on this controller. So the analogs feel really good. They're a little small, but they're bigger than the Nintendo Switch. These feel like Nintendo Switch controllers, but the buttons are a little bigger, and I don't feel like my thumb presses all of them like the way it does on the Switch. The D-pad is really nice. I was playing Marvel's Capcom with this earlier today, and it felt really, really good. It does have a little slot for 3mm, I believe it is, for headsets, but I haven't used it yet. I will eventually, once I get me a pair that plug up that way. I think everything I've had has been Bluetooth. I said YouTube. So let's go into the menu here. So what I want to do is kind of show you a few things. So it works with on games as well as your emulators, and it even has its own little thing. So I don't have any PSP games, but I do have a few PS2 games and PlayStation 1 games. So first, when you get this thing, the ideal thing to do is, like, we're going to pull up the PlayStation. Before you even mess with this, go into the settings, go to gamepad, and you want to go down to external gamepad. And make sure it's on, so you can tell when you hit this, it'll be on other. That's here. These are the other common gamepad controllers, but just click that other one. That one, as long as it's on that, it's good. So then you're gonna want to go to Map My Buttons. Go to Game 1, and as you can see, you have all these different things that you have to do to set your buttons. If you go through it, each one, you should be good. You can also go to Map My Button, multiple buttons, so that means you can have like hold the shift or something and then hit these buttons, and it'll allow it to come back up. Then it has a type of force feedback, which uses the vibration of your phone. It's okay. Alright, so just to go back, once you get that done, I have the force feedback, I believe, disabled, keeping the phone from wearing out too fast. Then you can go into systems. Depending on your phone, you can have it run a little faster, things like that. But granted, when you start checking these things, you get small issues. Like I had one where the game was running too fast, and another one where the game was just running super slow. So be careful. I usually use defaults. This one does have some extra stuff in here. So let's go to video screen size. Let's click that. Alright, so it's on full screen. I like full screen, so let's hit full screen. And then let's go to special screen size. Yeah, already did that. So video mode. Alright, so advanced OpenGL software, smooth image, faster mode, high definition, and OpenGL high definition. Let's see what this does. And some of these things I haven't really gone through, so we will just go through and click that. I was playing this on regular 4x3, so it was just the normal, so I don't know how this is going to look like Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger is an older game. One of my favorites, so it wants you to make sure you select what gamepad you're using. Since I've everything set up on that. So far so good. I think it's a little stretched. What do you think? Looks good. Yeah, okay. Now let's see how the game looks inside. I'm not going to play it, I just want to. You should be seeing how it plays with the screen capture I got going on with this, with my little explanation. Like I said, I just want to see real quick if I'm going to be playing on this mode. I do like it using the full screen. Yeah, it looks like it worked. I like it. So, here, close on. And you should do this with all your emulators. Let's just check that D-pad, set them all up, and then you'll be gold. Okay, so my initial thoughts is very well made. I really like these buttons. This is an analog button, so it does have pressure sensitivity. You also have screenshots. If you get the premium app, which I didn't bother, but you can set up these to where it'll do screen recording, and then it'll also give you screenshots if you hold the button down. That's kind of cool. Whether I use that or not, who knows. But then you have this, which is kind of cool. It's their little network thing where you can basically scroll through remote play games. I think some of these are going to be purchase it, and you can play on it. And then you have some that go with your PlayStation remote play. There's also Xbox, and there's also Steam Link. And these only work if your computer is on or your systems are on, and it connects via your Wi-Fi and either if you're connected Wi-Fi or LTE. So as you can see, it has some pretty cool stuff on it. Here's what I have set up on mine. And alright, let's go out of that. Don't really care. And you can see that's some little stuff. What I'd like to find out, maybe if you know, if you want to put in the comments below, is if you can connect this with another emulator and play two-player on the same game with two different screens. So that would be kind of cool. Let's go out of this altogether. Click that. And that is my little review for this. It looks pretty cool. So you can get this on Amazon right now. The Generation 1 black for 69 bucks. I bought, this is Generation 2, which has the ability to put phones in with cases, and it's also USB-C. They also make a Generation 2 Lightning port as well. It's whichever you like. Since my iPad and this are USB-C, I figured I'll just use it like this. Another cool thing I saw was somebody had it tethered using the USB-C port to an iPad, and it was in like this mode. Let's see if I can take this apart one-handed. Can I do it? Can I do it? Looks like I can. So they were playing it like this, and they had the thing connected to the iPad, which I think that was pretty cool. What I might end up doing just for fun is printing out a little dock spacer to put in here, so it'll be a little bit more flush instead of having it down like that. I think that'd be kind of cool. Anyway, it's just a square with a little hole, right? Well, if you have any questions or you like this little review, I know I'm being kind of quiet, kind of doing this one at work, so I'm not trying to bother people. Anyway, if you have any questions or have any feedback on it or your experiences, drop a comment. I'd like to hear. All right, you guys have a great day.